Shalom, Israel. Shalom. Shalom, royal family. Shalom. Shalom, Brittany. How you doing, sis? Tap in, tap in. Just want to run this shutdown by you, brothers and sisters, and let y'all know what it means for us. So tap in, share this thing if you can. All praise to the Most High. Shalom, Shavonda. How you doing, sis? I hope everybody enjoyed their tabernacles. I know I did. It was very, very lovely, very insightful. Uh, it was really good. It was really a good time. Trudy, Shalom says, "How you doing, Queen? How you doing?" Yeah, this I said this before and I'll say it again. Every time we do a high holy, something happens. That's how much the Lord is activated with us, right? That's how we know the Lord is activated and He's back. He is, right? All praise to get my life in order. Shalom, Ree. How you doing, family? Yeah. So the government is officially shut down tonight. Uh, and so I just wanted to read off a few things of what that means for us Israelites, which we all know the real answer. All right. But it's just still to inform the people, some people are here government shutdown. And, that's critical as it sounds, we still have to read these things off to the people to let them know, uh, what these things mean, right? So I'm just gonna read off a few of these frequently asked questions and give you a breakdown of what it means for us, right? So, one of the frequently asked questions is, what does government shutdown mean for U.S. citizens? All right, so I'm gonna read this. It says a government shutdown can be wide-ranging impacts on our communities, from delays in federal services to uncertainty for federal workers, small businesses, and military families. All right, so this is going to a lot of the federal workers, right? So this is kind of a big thing, right? Um, it's more affecting like officers, things of that nature, which we need to have our radar up, and our antennas up, right? All praise to the Most High. This is not to fearmonger anybody, but it's for our people to be aware. To be aware is to be alive. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that I read off for my people, so we can be aware, right? So now I'm gonna another frequently asked question is, what happens when the government shuts down? It says during a government shutdown, essential services related to national security and public safety, like inpatient and emergency medical care, air traffic control, law enforcement, border security, disaster aid, and power grid maintenance, continue, though that they may face disruptions. So it might be some disruption in those things that I just named. All right. Things like aircraft traffic control, law enforcement. All right. These are things to pay attention to because these people stop getting paid when the government shuts down. Why? Because they are considered federal workers. All right. So now another frequently asked question is, who stops getting paid if the government shuts down? Now, this is a serious one because it's got something to do with what they call, the other nation's protection. It don't protect us, but I'm gonna read it off anyways. Both federal law enforcement and military personnel will not be paid until after the shutdown is over. So, military workers and law enforcement will not be paid, family. So, this is something to have your antennas up about, right? Who knows how long this thing lasts? It might last just a day, it might last 30 days, right? We just don't know. But the one thing is to be prepared. All right, to be active. Um, this is not to put fear on your houses, but it's to have us aware, right? So tonight, uh, Eastern time is 12:01 was the start of the government shutdown. All right, so the government is shut down. Things like, for instance, people ask about Social Security. All right, it will not affect Social Security. Checks will still be sent out for who's getting Social Security. All right. Uh, I'm gonna find some other frequently asked questions too, just so you guys can be aware. Uh, let me see. Let's do it. So it's another one that's what happens if the government shut down. It says when the government shuts down, federal agencies are required to classify their employees whose salaries have lapsed as either accepted or not accepted. The employees classified as accepted work without pay during the shutdown. The employees classified as not accepted are put through furlough. Okay, so there's gonna be whoever working with the government and is classified as accepted, you will be working on the house. All right. Now, if you classified as not accepted, then you will be paid in these times. But like I said, this is going out to just to let our people know. If you're a federal worker, there is some Israelites that work for the federal government. Okay, and just to let them know, what's going on in this situation. So that's just to put things into perspective, right? Um, Shalom, Paula. How you doing, sis? Shalom. So just like I said, this is just to raise antennas again. To let's go to one that says, how long do the government shutdowns typically last? All right, so I'm gonna read this one off, family. It says the duration of a shutdown is hard to predict. In the past, some shutdowns have lasted just a few days, while others, like the one in 2018, went on for more than a month. During that period, SNAP benefits were issued early, but then there was a longer than usual gap before the next round of allotments was distributed. All right, so these things can kind of vary, right? There's sometime it'll be short. Like for instance, it could probably end tomorrow, right? Or it could end in a week or in a month. Okay. So I'm just sounding the alarm so you can be ready, right? However long it may last. You know, I'm just gonna say it. I hope everything crashes and burns. So I mean, like you really kind of don't want to ask me what do I think. All right. I know a lot of Christians ask, what do you think? I think the place should crash and burn and get this thing over with. All right. So you don't want to ask me. All right. I'm the wrong person to ask, what do I want? All right. Because I want what the Lord wants. And for the Lord to get what he wants, this place has to crash and burn, right? So like I said, family, I just wanted to get this out here. Just wanted to bring this out. Uh, and I'm gonna bring out scripture, right? I just gotta bring out scripture to justify what I'm saying. So let's just get it. Let's just get it, family. I'm gonna just read this one. Let's go to Matthew's 20.